Hello, this is Jim Tobin, class of 1977, President and CEO of the USMMA Alumni Association and Foundation. 80 years ago this week, in the midst of World War II, President Franklin D. Roosevelt dedicated the United States Merchant Marine Academy. At the dedication, FDR said he wanted to create a federal service academy that would serve the Merchant Marine as West Point serves the Army and Annapolis the Navy. FDR understood that America could not win future wars without a strong U.S. Merchant Marine. Roosevelt also knew that the U.S. Merchant Marine has no utility without qualified Merchant Marine officers. Over the past 80 years, the United States Merchant Marine Academy has produced service-obligated graduates who have led the nation's military sealift operations in every major conflict. Remember, the Navy's primary role is to wage war, not to move troops, armaments, materiel, fuel, and supplies to the war zone. This is the job of the U.S. Merchant Marine, which is made up of commercial vessels commanded and crewed by civilian merchant mariners. It is fitting that we reminisce on this day about the Academy's past, but a more important mission awaits us tomorrow. So that the USMMA can continue to serve the nation and the dedicated midshipmen for another 80 years, Congress must mandate and fund a complete modernization of the Academy's infrastructure. Kings Point has been overlooked for decades, and as we know all too well, its infrastructure remains essentially unchanged since its founding. I believe Congress understands this, and I am hopeful that a major long-term overhaul is on the horizon. We don't have the luxury of time. Infrastructure does not heal itself, and the world is arguably more dangerous than it was even in FDR's time. We need an academy that is worthy of the young men and women who are committing themselves to serve in future conflicts. America needs an academy that attracts the best and the brightest. We need an academy that brings in diverse talent. A neglected infrastructure is a hindrance to these goals. Even as we honor the institution that has produced thousands of Americans willing to serve the nation, we must not lose sight of the need to prepare our institution for future generations of patriotic mariners. Thank you, and acta non verba.